This is the queen of glass pads. Welcome back everyone, Honka here with another review, and today we are reviewing Glassworks' first drop into the scene, the Akari. Now for those that aren't familiar with Glassworks, they are the sister company of Kurosun. And when I first found this out when the Akari got announced, I knew I had to get my hands on this pad. We recently covered the Ninja on the channel, and that pad without a doubt is in my top 3 forest cloth pads. Without further ado, let's dive right into this pad. This mouse pad is coming in at 490 by 420 with an amazing thin low profile, with it being 3.75mm thick. As some of you know, I enjoy this sizing for majority of my pads, and in my opinion it's the perfect standard. The backing is fully silicone and looks amazing. The first time I seen this backing, it came from the Padsmith Blue Empress, and honestly I'm a fan of it. It looks cool, it feels nice, as well as it does not move off your desk at all. Let's talk about the artwork. Now before the Akari came out, there's a little bit of controversy with the usage of AI, but I'm glad that I can clear some of that up in this review. As this tweet states, the Akari has minimal AI elements such as parts in the background, but the main character Akari was created by the artist that they worked with. With that being said, the art would be an AI hybrid, with the Akari being 85% human and 15% AI, with the artist fully being paid for their rates. I feel like they addressed this correctly, and I'm proud of the team for that. I personally think that the Akari is beautiful. I mean, down to the gold accents, the jewelry, the hiragana, and the art itself, I truly believe that Glassworks really made something special with this mousepad. I love the realistic look of this pad, and I also like the fact that this isn't some quick money cash grab fan service type of art. I mean, seriously, we have enough anime girls on a mousepad with the fan service. Seriously, we need to stop. I've stated before in my recent reviews, but I'm tired of seeing pads with blank spaces. I'm all for new colors, but the standard being black and white is just absurd. And for the love of God Almighty, please add something to your mouse pads. But let's talk about why you're really here. The surface. This surface is genuinely one of the smoothest surfaces I've ever felt as far as a glass pad. If I had to compare it to something, it would be something that falls under the lines of the Blue Empress from Padsmith and the SP0004 from Wallhack. Just fresh out of the box, this pad was super smooth, zero scratchy feeling, and I was very impressed. Speaking of scratchiness, for all you crybabies that complain about glass pads making too much noise, I have some news for you. This pad is easily one of the quietest pads on the glass market, and now there's no reason for any of you to not make the switch. And to back up my claim, let me give you a quick sound test. Like I said, Glassworks absolutely crushed it because I never hear this pad at all when I'm playing. Now that we covered hearing, let's touch back on the feeling. The Akari is a balanced glass pad, and to me, they nailed it with labeling it as that. Although the surface is super smooth, I can definitely say that I have some control with this pad. The initial friction requires little to nothing to move your mouse, but the stopping power is apparent when trying to micro adjust to a target. I'm going to give you a glide test with the skypad dots, obsidian and jade donuts, and obsidian full skates. Speaking of skates, I tested a lot of skates with this pad, mainly the ones I just listed in the glide test, and let me tell you, it doesn't matter what you use for this pad's always going to be smooth. The glide differs a tiny bit with obsidian full skates and obsidian donuts, so if you're a TAC FPS player, I would definitely recommend picking them up, but if you play tracking games such as Overwatch, Apex, I would definitely stick to some jades. I tested this pad out with so many games: Valorant, Overwatch, the finals, aim training, you name it, and I was playing it. I'll talk about the things that I'm confident on speaking on, and with that being said, while using the Akari for Valorant and Kovacs, I noted a shift in my aim, and I want to talk about it. I mean glass pads, but most of my time spent on them, I can tell you that the Akari can easily be used for Valorant. I noticed my tracking was a bit better with dealing with enemies swinging me, as well as my micro adjustments being smooth and be able to target switch fairly consistently. I felt pretty comfortable and confident on this pad at the start, and it allowed me to dominate my games while testing for this video. The last glass pad that I covered was the Sora V2 from TG Exclusives, which I still feel like reigns as the king of glass pads for TAC FPS. but the Akari does a great job on doing what it's marketed for. As far as Kovacs, this pad helped me with my weakness, which I think is tracking, and made me play scenarios that I never thought I would play. While guiding the Voltaic benchmarks, I caught myself eagerly wanting to play tracking scenarios over static, and I have to give that one to the Akari for pushing me to want to improve on my weakness. Now that we covered the surface, let's talk about the general questions that I will be asked and that I always see. How does it deal with humidity? As you know, summer is coming around the corner and spring doesn't make it any better. In my room, it gets humid very easily, and when testing this pad, I did not stick to it with and without a sleeve. Speaking of sleeve, let's talk about another common question that I will be asked. Do you need a sleeve to use this pad? My answer is no. No, you do not. I use a sleeve with every single pad because I enjoy the effortless glide of a sleeve. Compared to your normal arm, I've spent hours on this pad, and I can tell you that my experience was good with both. Is the Akari faster than the skypad 3.0? I know the skypad 3.0 is standard for some people when comparing glass pads, and I just want to tell you that yes, it's way faster than the 3.0, it's smoother, and as well has more control of that nature. Like I stated previously, I would compare this to the Blue Empress, the SP004, and even the Super Glide. Where can I buy the Akari? Unfortunately, the Akari was a limited release from Glassworks, but follow their socials to be updated on their next release whenever it comes out. Let's wrap up this review with my final thoughts. If I had one wish for Glassworks, I would say please drop a controlled glass pad in the future, because the scene barely has any, or if I'm not informed, and majority of them are kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie, like the only controlled glass pad that I think I enjoyed so far is the TG exclusive Sora V2. Use code Akari for 10% off. But other than that, I mean, I just really haven't found any of them to be that good. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to drop a sub, like, and comment what was your favorite thing about this video, or any questions about the pad, and I will try to answer them as quickly as possible. It's been your boy Haka, and peace.